Yeah, I'm back at y'all, man. I had to switch up the spot or whatever the case may be, man, because, I mean, the one bees got the coming up. I said, oh, no, I got to get, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, so like I was saying, my mom, she wasn't really like the type to just be all over you like that. Like I say, she was like a big sister, so I didn't really have that thing to where I was like, afraid to come out to my mom or whatever the case may be. It was just, that's just what it was. So I guess it got a lot to do with your situation and how you was brought up, or how you how you were raised. And what you are around and the people you're around, man. But that's how it was, man. So I just ended up being me, and I never really was the type to just come at people and for those people who are out and whatever the case may be, and worried about finding somebody or things of that nature. I never was really that type. Like, I never went after anybody. Most of the people that I dealt with was like mostly people that came to me, or things of that nature. So and I was just cooling. You know what I mean? Like, when I say I really didn't identify with a lot, I didn't identify with anything. So I wasn't worried about being in a relationship. I wasn't worried about now that I like girls, if I'm gonna find a girl. I wasn't worried about anything like that. That wasn't on my mind. I was really interested in life and how things work, and the stars and alignments and things of that nature. That's where my mind was at. And, really trying to figure out life and people and things and situations was more interested in me than school and relationships and who liked me and who don't and what they think and all this. Like, that wasn't my case. That wasn't my worry. So I didn't have no worries. You know what I'm saying? I went through life, I flow. I go through life, I flow, and things just happen. You know what I mean? So that's what it was for me. So and I ended up here, and this is me. You know what I mean? I always felt like I don't know, that I was probably connected, to a past life or something, you know what I mean? And I had, came in with a lot of my, past life traits or whatever the case may be, or whatever, I don't know, you know what I mean? But I don't know, but, man, something out here is bothering me. But, that's what it is, man. So, yeah, man, so, advice, to those people who, want to be who they are but feel like they can, or things of that nature. I feel like it has a lot to do with identifying. Don't identify with anything. Don't go too far into anything. Just be who you are and be neutral. You know what I mean? Liking this thing don't mean you have to reject that thing. And to the point where you are, oh my God, how do I come out like that I like boys, or how do I come out like I like girls? It's you got to be neutral in who you are. You just got to be open to who you are, and really gather a true understanding of who you are. Because a lot of us got a lot of years ahead of us, and we still got a lot to go. So a lot of times we don't really know, in the moment. So, and that's why it's best to not identify with anything and just remain open and just flow. And, whatever you happen to do and be, and that's what it will be in the moment. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, right now is all we have. And you don't want to be confused. You don't want to be, tied up in a thought, in a fearful thought that keeps you going and keeps you, trapped in the mind. You don't want to do that. You just want to remain open, so you won't be confused. Remain open, just flow, and wherever you end up, that's where you end up. But it's a must that you really take the time out to really find out who you are, and try not to jump so fast into something you are really unsure of. You want to make sure you're sure. You're sure that you are being open to finding your way, or finding who you are, or gaining that knowledge. You got to remain open and acceptive, of things, and try your hardest not to identify. That's the main thing. We identify with so many things, our environment, what somebody said, how they feel, what they gonna say, what they didn't say, how they gonna look at me, how they gonna take me, is they gonna fuck with me? Like, who cares? Don't worry about all that. You know what I mean? It doesn't pertain to you. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter to you, about the outside influences. Don't let that influence you. You know what I'm saying? Don't identify with anything here. Just be the watcher. Just see. just watch it. It's like, you know, it's really like watching a movie. You know what I mean? You watching this movie and you know, you probably got your little, you know, things you want to say about the movie. Oh my God, she's stupid. Why would she do that? Oh man, that was so cute, this and that. But you ain't going all in it like that's you. You're not attaching these things to your personal life. You're not taking these things and stressing about it tomorrow. You know what I mean? You know, you're not worried about these things. So that's how it should be when you are, you know, out here and you're dealing with life. Just watch it. Just be the seer. Just observe what's happening. You know, you don't have to necessarily be a part of anything. You know, you can still enjoy without taking things personal, or without claiming that this is yours and this is mine, and you know, that's who I am, and that's just like me, and you know, like it's just, you know, it's got a lot to do with identifying and putting too much on yourself, you know, especially when we don't fully know ourselves. So we have to be patient, and we have to be gentle, and we have to remain open to gain more knowledge of ourselves and our surroundings and the life, you know, itself, you know, so that's what it is, man. You know, just you know, remain open. You know, don't identify with anything, and don't worry too much. Cause see, when you withdraw, disengage from identifying with things, then it won't matter to you what necessarily your parent is thinking. You know, your father, your mother, your cousin, your brother, what they gonna think, because you're not identifying with their thoughts, your thoughts, nothing. You're not identifying with anything. You just allowing, you just seeing what is happening. You just watching what is happening. You just observing. You're not identifying with anything. You know, you got your hands up and you just watch. You ain't do nothing. You ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just watching and seeing what's going on. And you're not, you know, don't identify with anything, because then, you know, you're going to put yourself in a position to care about what other people's thinking or how they feeling about you. Don't worry about that. Just flow. Just be you. Just go with the flow. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, if they don't like what you do, you have to still remain confident in who you are. They ain't got nothing to do with what you like to do. You know what I'm saying? But for those of you who are still under your parents' roof, who still, you know, somebody else is paying rent for you, somebody else is feeding you and things of that nature, you have to chill. You know what I'm saying? You have to chill. You know, you relax, you know, kick back. Don't worry too much about what you like and what you want to do, and boyfriend and girlfriend and all that, because you're not in that position to really go that far into it. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, you can think about it, have your thoughts, but in that time that where you're under somebody else's roof, remain open. You know, keep gathering information about yourself. You know what I mean? Make sure you are sure of, you know, yourself and, you know, just things. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to go off into building these things when you're not in your own home, or, you know, you don't own anything of your own. You know what I'm saying? So you have to consider, you know, your parents or whoever your guardian is. You have to consider their rules. You know what I mean? Until you can get your own job and your own place and things of that nature, you can start, you know, doing things on your own. Then you can start to, you know, go out there and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But until then, you know, just keep gathering that information about yourself. Keep gaining knowledge about yourself, and remain open. You might be still young. You really don't know what's going on. You probably seen something, and all of a sudden you want to invest in it, or you want to engage in it. You know, you're not sure of. You're not sure. You're just going after what you see. So you have to chill. You know what I'm saying? Because when you are early and you know you are just you know coming out the egg and sprouting, you really don't know what's going on. You just gathering things and attaching to things and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have to really remain open, because it's a lot you don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? And definitely about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing you do know is things you are witnessing and seeing that happen in front of you. You know, what your parents or your guardians is saying and doing. That's all you know. But you don't know for real what is going on. You know what I'm saying? So take that time out to chill, and don't go too far in what you like and what you don't like. Because a lot of times our judgment is clouded by things we are surrounded by, our environment. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, love who you are. Be confident in who you are. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry about what nobody think. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? You erase the titles. Erase the titles of mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, friend, uncle, boy, girl, dog, cat. Erase all that. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what it is and what it's gonna think and its thoughts and all that. That's too much. That's too much. A lot of times that's too much to even consider. Leave it all alone. Watch it. Do what it do. Flow. You know what I'm saying? Do what it do and flow. Leave the titles alone. Because if you pay attention to the titles, you gonna start worrying about what the involvement it's gonna have in your life when you decide to make your decision on what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. Mom, when we think of a mother, all of a sudden in our head, we get all tripped out when we start making decisions for ourselves. My mom, see, you know, and I know you be attached, you love your mom, but we got to understand that just because it's your mother or your dad or your cousin or your aunt, don't mean that you have to consider what they think and what they feel because they raised you and they pay your rent and all that. You don't have to consider that to a certain extent. That certain extent only is because, mainly because you under their roof and they paying for your way and all that. That's really it. Other than that, when you step out, you gonna do you. You gotta do you. That's the only way you gonna prosper in life is doing you and not trying to think about what your mom and your dad and or what them titles gonna think. You know what I'm saying? You worry about what them titles gonna think. You ain't worried about the person itself. You should worry about what the titles gonna think. What dad gonna think? You know, what mom gonna think? You know, what cousin gonna think? You know, what aunt gonna think? You know what I mean? You know, what my friend Keisha gonna think? You know, them all titles, them things up. And that ain't nothing to be considered. You know what I mean? That's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? When you get to worrying about what them titles gonna think, that's all illusions. You know what I'm saying? That's all illusions. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't worry about that. And then you can't even worry about what you gonna think, the negative side of you. You know what I'm saying? The side of you that ain't fully developed and don't know nothing. You know, worry about what all that's gonna think. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta remain open until you are able to gather a true understanding and sense of self, you know, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Because we walk around worried about what these things right here gonna think. These, you know, mom, dad, cousin, sister, brother, my friend, this, but who cares? Who cares? Don't worry about all that. Worry about what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Worry about what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? You know, and don't go too hard trying to pick up things. You know, I like this. I like this. You know, I don't eat that. You know, I do this. You know, I go here. I don't go there. You know, I just all that. Them all things that's unnecessary. You know, I mean, it's a part of here. It is cool. You know, but don't take it to the heart. Because when you take it to the heart, you have a hard time decide on things. It take you longer to decide. You know, you back and forth with deciding. You know, you're indecisive. You know, you don't know. You start not knowing. You become confused and all that. You don't gather nothing. Leave it alone. Put it down. You know what I'm saying? You pick it up, put it down. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it with you. Take it home. Sit it down. Put it in the drawer. Cover it up. All that. Yeah, man. Something happened with my camera, man. But that was really basically it, man. I just want to say thank y'all for you know what I'm saying, everything y'all do, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification button, you know what I'm saying? So you can be notified when I upload videos, man. If you ain't got no YouTube, man, create that little account, man, and follow me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, man, I'm about to be uploading, man. It's about to get real serious. You know, this ain't it. This is just the beginning, you know what I mean? You know, you got to crawl before you walk, man. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here and I'm doing it, man. So, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe, hit that notification button, man. You know what I mean? So you can be notified, and appreciate y'all, man. Okay.